Hi, this is Dory from Boulevard Automotive. I wanted to make a quick video about the importance of maintenance. I come across let's see here, what is this? This is a 2019 Honda CR-v that has direct injection. This is one of the 1.5 liter turbo cars. This vehicle has about 100,000 miles on it. I thought this was a great example of why we push maintenance rather than repair. Sure, we are a repair facility, but maintenance on these vehicles, anything direct injected, we're going to kind of show the importance of that. This specific video is about a air mixture code that's coming out on these CR-Vs. Let me show you that first. So what we have going on here is a cylinder to air fuel ratio variation. You're going to chase either one of these codes, a P219D or well, they're both the same code basically, and it's showing that one's confirmed, one's pending. Basically, all that means is that the fuel injector for cylinder 2 is either not keeping up or overshooting what the computer wants to see for the air fuel mixture. And it's odd. It's crazy that is cylinder specific. All of these cars are getting so sophisticated. Back in the day, you would just get an air fuel ratio code, meaning that guess which one cylinder is malfunctioning. And then you might have a dead injector. But this being direct injected, meaning that the fuel injector, where we're actually shooting fuel into, we're shooting it into the combustion chamber, is not hitting the specification. Now, if you were to look up that code through the databases that we have access to, I have what Honda recommends to process that code. It wants you to confirm the code, so you clear the codes, drive the vehicle, and pull up the air fuel mixture on all 4 injectors. And that's what we did. Here's what we found. On cylinder number 1, this is the ratio. Normally it would look like this, but unfortunately I forgot to capture the previous setup on it. But my tech, being a good tech, wrote down what the specifications were. So cylinder 1 was running 1.09 percentage, I guess is what, I forget what the actual, let's see what the value is on this. It just gives me a value. It doesn't tell me what that, but from what I understand, we want to see ones across the board. This is after we fixed it. So here's what the specs were pre-repair. And you can see all 4 of them really, I mean, yeah, these 3 are close, but they're not dead on. And then cylinder 2 was 0.82, and it was running 18% rich. So basically what that means is injector 2 was opening for too long and allowing too much fuel and making that cylinder rich. That'll affect fuel mileage. It could potentially damage a catalytic converter down the road because you're actually pushing too much fuel through the exhaust. So what Honda's repair for that is they actually make a kit, surprise, surprise, for about $800 to replace all 4 fuel injectors, to replace a high-pressure fuel line, and it's about 3.5 hours to do the job. It turns out it's about $1,500 the way it all works out, because also they want you to run a fuel injection cleaner through it after the repairs. Well, my common sense tells me if I'm going to put brand new injectors in something that are already clean, why not we just try the fuel system cleaner first? And that's exactly what we did. This customer is a good customer where I know they won't crucify me if the check engine light comes back, so we can kind of do some testing. What we did was we ran, look at that, I actually had my shirt on. That's totally unplanned. I just happened to throw it on this morning. But BG Fuel induction cleaner, I ran that through, and surprise, surprise, all 4 injectors evened right out. Dead 1.0 across the board. Long story short, we saved the customer money, we properly maintenance the vehicle, and it's not holding my shop up. Sure, I like to sell work, but I don't want to rake the customer over the coals if we can simply do maintenance and repair it. And I have a good enough customer where we're going to keep an eye on this car, and if 6 months down the road it does need injectors, great, but at least he has a little bit of update to go, hey, I know this is an issue, we're going to keep an eye on it, rather than, hey, here's $1,500, just fix it and go down the road. I wanted to see if BG was going to clear it up, and sure enough, I've been working with them this long. They're a great product. It's what we do. Thanks. Have a good day.